Hi, welcome to the Career Services Center. What can we help you with today?
Hi, I need to speak with somebody about my major.
Okay, what's your name and grade?
My name is Jamie, and I am a 19-year-old sophomore.
Sure thing. I'm a career services counselor here, so I can help you with anything from questions about your major to setting a plan for future employment, or just helping to establish routines that will increase your academic success. Would you like to step into my office and speak further?
Sure.
All right. And we're just going to shut the door for your privacy. You comfortable?
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Um, so, how are things going?
I mean, I'm okay, I guess. I'm just really stressed out about my major.
I hear you. Feeling stressed can be overwhelming, especially when it comes to something as important as your major. Would you mind filling out this intake sheet while we speak?
Oh, sure, yeah, no problem.
So, what is your current major?
Well, I am a business major, but I don't want to be. I never really wanted to do business, but my dad thinks it's the best option for me.
Okay. Do you mind if I take notes?
Yeah.
Um, so, tell me more about why you chose business and what kind of jobs you might see in your future.
Well, I picked it because my dad said it would give me a good job with a lot of money and respect, but I'm miserable. I'm not doing well in my classes either. I always wanted to be an elementary school teacher, but my dad said it was dumb.
Hmm. That sounds really tough, Jamie. You're not only struggling with the classes themselves, but you're also feeling pressure to stick with them for your dad's sake.
Exactly. And on top of that, he's the one paying for college. So I feel like I owe it to him to do what he wants, not what I want.
I can see why that would feel so hard. Your dad's support is really important to you. And at the same time, it seems like you're starting to think about what's going to make you happy in the long run. Because maybe business just isn't for you. Where do we go from here?
So I'm not sure. I don't know how to tell him. He's going to be so disappointed if I switch.
I hear how worried you are about his reaction. It's not easy to consider making a change when you feel that presence. Before we talk about how to approach your dad, let's focus on you for a moment. What would you say you're passionate about? Are there any classes or activities that you've really enjoyed?
I actually love my science, my sociology class and creative writing classes. I actually look forward to those. I've thought about majoring in sociology, but I don't know what kind of job could I even get with it.
That is really great to hear. It sounds like those classes feel meaningful to you. Sociology is a large field. You could work in areas like social services, community outreach, or even research. If you're interested, we could explore some career options tied to sociology.
Sure, here's my intake form. I just finished it. That might help.
Thank you.
I just feel like my dad will think sociology is a waste of my time.
Okay. What is your student ID?
My student ID is 8675309.
Thank you. Ah, you're the oldest child as well.
Yes, that is a part of the issue. I honestly don't know what to do. I feel stuck because I want to do something that makes me happy, but I also don't want to let anybody down. I guess I need help figuring out how to even start this conversation with my dad because I know it won't go well.
Hmm. I understand why that would worry you. Being the oldest child and wanting to set a good example for your siblings, it's a big load to carry. We can look at some ways to communicate the value of sociology to your dad. For instance, researching successful career paths for sociology graduates might provide some good examples to share with him.
Yeah, I think that could help.
Good. So let's definitely work on that together. We should take a moment to think about the timeline. You mentioned that you need to decide soon. Do you know when the deadline is for changing your major?
I think someone told me it was in a couple of weeks, maybe?
Okay, that's good to know. That gives us some time to plan. One step could be meeting with your academic advisor to discuss what changing your major would involve. Do you know who your advisor is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, good. They can help map out how this shift might affect your graduation timeline. Would that be something you're comfortable doing?
Yeah, I think so. I could do that.
Awesome. So it sounds like we're at a good starting point. Another step could be setting aside some time to explore career options. Would you be open to spending an hour or two researching roles in sociology and related fields?
Yeah, I actually think that that's a great idea. I could totally do that.
Wonderful. We're creating a great plan for success. I also want to touch on one more thing. How we could approach your dad about this. You mentioned feeling like he might think sociology is a waste of time. How do you think he would react if you explained why it might be meaningful to you?
I mean, I don't know. I think he'd listen, but he'd probably still push for business. He's always been about picking something practical.
That's fair. It sounds like practicality is very important to him. One way we could approach this conversation is by showing him that sociology is practical in its own way. For example, you could explain how it aligns with your strengths and interests and highlight career options that are stable and impactful.
Huh, that could actually work. I think if I have real examples, he might actually take me seriously.
Exactly. We could also roleplay that conversation here. If that would help you feel more confident.
Oh, wow, really? Yeah, that would be a huge help.
Great. We can dedicate part of our next session to practicing that. Would you like to schedule an appointment for a week from today, same time?
Hold on, let me look at my schedule. Hold on, let me pull up my calendar. What was the date again?
So it would be December 1st at 10 a.m.
At this location or the other campus?
This one.
Yeah, actually that works. I have that opened on my calendar.
Cool. Thank you. All right. So, before you go, I want to check in with you about something else. How are you feeling about balancing this decision with your current studies?
I mean, honestly, it's gonna be hard. I'm barely staying afloat in my business classes because I just really don't care about them. I just can't motivate myself to do them.
That's really challenging. Would it help to set some short-term goals for managing those classes while we work on those long-term goals as well?
I mean, maybe. What kind of goals do you think?
Well, for instance, you could focus on setting aside a specific time each day to review material for those classes, or by reaching out to professors for help. These small steps could make the workload feel much more manageable.
Yeah, I mean, I think I need to do that actually.
Okay, great. So let's make that one of our goals. Now, just to recap, your steps for this week are 1. To schedule a meeting with your academic advisor.
Okay.
After that, you should spend some time researching careers in sociology to present to your dad. And then the third one would be to set daily study times for your current classes. Does that feel doable?
Yeah, I think that it would be. Yeah, that's awesome.
Excellent. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about or that I can help you with today?
Not right now. I mean, I think I'm good. I think this is a great start and we can talk about it again next week.
Sure, I think so too. You've really taken the biggest step by coming here and being open about what you're facing. I'll follow up with you in our next session about your goals and practice that conversation with your dad. Thanks for coming in, Jamie.
Thanks, I feel a little better already. I really appreciate it.
Take care.